Okay, guys, so today we're going to do another reaction video to Filipina P's newest video. Do Filipino men resent foreigners dating their women? All right, well, let's find out.
Hi folks, the Filipino P here. And I often get asked how Filipino men feel about an increasing number of foreigners coming to our country. Are they angry that you're poaching their women, or do they welcome you as friends?
Wow, that is a beautiful background. That's really cool. I like that.
Well, today I'm gonna hit the streets and ask the average Filipino how they react to your presence here. Are you allies or invaders?
Her dress goes good with it too. Allies or invaders? So are foreigners allies or invaders? Dun dun dun.
Why do you think foreigners are coming to the Philippines?
I think most it has to be the expenses.
Expenses?
The expenses is way cheaper here. I mean, relatively speaking to other countries, especially in like Western countries. They would come here because they have pension funds, retirement, and then it would be easier to live here.
Do you think they also come here because of the women, Filipino women?
I feel like there are men who like to come here, for example, to find women, because as well, like from what I
So yeah, the expenses are like the U.S. dollar goes a lot further there. I think it's last time I checked, I think it was 56 Filipino pesos for every $1.
know, a lot of men think the West is like going to maybe very liberal or very, in a way, not up to their standards. So they
Right.
believe they can find some like women here who have those standards. And at the same time, it's the dating pool. It's like I feel like some of them come here just to live, and then they get a girl to like keep them company and stuff.
So yeah, I think so. That seems to be the thing, the rumor, right? And I think there's a lot of truth to it. A lot of men are going over there to, again, the U.S. dollar goes a lot further, so your living expenses are going to be much cheaper. 56 pesos for every $1. I'm sure that fluctuates a little bit, and you know, the women are there is a lot of information in the States, data that shows that most women, let's just say the large majority of women, are going liberal. And a lot of men are looking for the traditional companion, whether it be a girlfriend or a wife. So let's check it out and see what else he says.
Better than a retirement home, right?
Yeah, it's better than a retirement home, I would say, for them.
Is it fairly common to see a lot of Filipina foreigner relationships?
Yeah, I would say, like when I stroll in the street,
Right.
I could see some like relationships, and it's not my place to say whether the relationship is real or not. I think maybe there are some real, there are some not.
Right.
As if
So that's cool. He's not judging, right? He's like, hey, you know, it's not my place to judge, you know, so that's cool.
any other relationship is not also like that. So
If you're gonna put a number on it, do you think Filipinos are dating them because of money? How many percent would you say that Filipinos date foreigners just for economic purposes?
there is a relatively like significant amount, but I wouldn't say it's like more than 50%. I would say maybe it's just a tad bit less than 50%.
Okay.
Like maybe I would give it like 45%.
From what you observe, foreigners that come here, do you think they're generally polite?
I feel like some of them have the tendency to feel like that because of their money or because of their status, they get to act a certain way. I've seen some foreigners try to target specifically young girls. I'm talking about
Ooh.
like under the age of 18.
Really?
Like out on the street, yeah, and it's
What do they do? Like, hey, baby.
yes, something like that. Like
Something like that.
yeah, and it's,
Okay.
you know, because they feel like because of their example, like their wealth, there could be some exploitation as well.
Now he's got a good point. So, you know, whenever you visit a foreign country, you definitely want to be respectful, and behave like a law-abiding, respectable individual. You know, you treat others how you'd want to be treated, right?
Yeah. there's some like really sad cases sometimes. And
Right, right.
yeah, I'm not saying all foreigner men do it, but there is a portion of them that do it, and it might be significant, I think.
Do you think having a lot of foreigners in the Philippines is a good thing for us, for the country?
So are they going over there like are the foreigners? Do you think it's possible they're going over there with these overinflated egos? I mean, I don't know. I know there's a lot of different men going over there, not just from America. There's a lot of there's multiple different countries that the men are coming from.
For the Filipino people?
As much as I think maybe like there could be some cases that are bad, like we mentioned earlier, like maybe it's cases of pedophilia,
Yeah.
they've also helped.
That's yeah, that's really disgusting and tragic. And those people need to be thrown in prison and throw away the key, right?
Contribute to the economy.
Right.
I mean, they bring their money from the U.S. to our country, so they're bringing more money in. So in a way, they have a net positive, but I'm not sure if that's enough. I'm not sure how to quantify it or like know how to measure it. As long as they have good intentions, I think that's all that matters. Because some men here, some of the men don't have good intentions, and I think that's bad. But Filipinos could also have bad intentions. So all that matters at the end of the day is the intentions.
Christian Filipino.
Yeah, he's right there too. So there's going to be bad intentions on both sides, right? But there's also going to be good intentions on both sides. So I had a commenter, I can't remember his username, I wish I could right off the bat, but he left a comment on one of my other videos and he said, you've just got to be careful and you've got to, when you go to a place like the Philippines, my understanding is he has experience there. I think he's currently living there. He said, you've just got to filter out, because yes, there's always going to be those there that are trying to take advantage, no matter what country you go to. And there's going to be foreigners trying to do the same thing, right? Because they think, oh, I'm coming here with my money. I'm coming here with, I've got the upper hand here. So again, just be respectable and treat others how you'd want to be treated and filter out the women. You've got to, if you're looking for something serious and long term, which you should be, you've got to, because I'm not into the hookup culture stuff. I think that's toxic for men and women. I think it's just all kinds of bad repercussions for that. But look at this advertisement for Christian Filipina can make finding a traditional partner easier. There's some beautiful women on there. Check it out, guys. ChristianFilipina.com. And no, I do not get any money for that. They're not sponsoring me. So that was a free plug for them.
Can make finding a traditional partner easier.
Let's skip this. All right, here we go. Okay. And let's see what we got.
Do you resent
There we go.
foreigners who date Filipinas?
No, not really, no.
Do you think they're stealing our women?
Nah, I don't think so.
Do you think there's enough Filipinas for everybody?
There's this controversial issue that I'm aware of. Filipino women's like after like rich foreigners because it's something like that.
Okay.
But I don't think that would be the case. They must have had like a mutual understanding
Okay.
for them to come into a relationship. So I don't think that's kind of like they're stealing our women or something like that. Imagine that it's something like a relationship.
What do foreigners go after?
Now, see, he's got some great points. And I mean, anywhere you go, no matter what country you go to, there's always going to be women that like rich men, right? I mean, we have that all over here in the United States, right? It's become quite common, actually. But he's got some great points, and he seems like a respectable gentleman. And the Filipino people they're super friendly, right? I mean, generally speaking, they're super friendly and respectable, and they enjoy the foreigners coming there and interacting with them and having a good time.
Well, that's actually funny because I would say that foreigners tend to go for like the exotic beauties.
Ooh,
I would
exotic
say.
beauty.
Everyone has their own beauty, and
She said, ooh, exotic beauty. It's true, though. I mean, anywhere you go that you're different or that the people are different, it can go both ways. You can go somewhere, it comes from both perspectives, I guess I should say, because for the foreigner, you're going there and the people are different looking to you, right? So it's exotic. And you are different looking to them. So it's, you're exotic to them and they're exotic to you. So it's a win-win.
I like to think that these foreigners see that kind of beauty then I'm really happy for that. So yeah, I grew up with people saying that white skin is beautiful or something like that. But especially for foreigners, they actually tend to appreciate like darker skin toned women, and I'm actually happy for that because they kind of it actually shows like the different interests of the two worlds. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. Like a lot of guys here in the States are attracted to women that have darker skin or some shade of brown. I am that way. I mean, I'm open to any shade of skin. I don't care if they're white, if they're, to me it's what their heart, the heart is what matters, right? Their heart. Do they have a good heart? Are they a good person? But yeah, he's got some good points. So let's check it out some more.
Have you heard local men say that foreigners tend to chase ugly Filipinos?
I'm gonna be real. I will actually say yes. I've heard like old people say that. And I wouldn't.
I wouldn't call them ugly.
yeah.
We have different beauty standards when it
Yes,
comes to,
yes,
well,
we do.
beauty is subjective anyway. Do you know
Yeah, that's a very good point. So, like she said, beauty is subjective anyway. The old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right?
someone who lost a Filipina to a foreigner? Meaning to say the girl chose the foreigner instead of the local guy.
I do.
I you do.
I do. A friend.
Okay, well,
Actually.
a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
So he just said something like he was chasing this girl and then he met this foreigner guy. The foreigner guy was like really friendly and all that, and then he didn't mind it at first because he found out. I think he thinks that the guy is just really friendly. His friends started noticing that the foreigner guy and the girl itself was like quite a bit close na. So it was kind of like a controversial issue at the time. But
Okay. So the Filipino chose the foreigner over the Filipino guy, the guy that was trying to chase this girl.
I don't know the exact details, but at the end, the girl is with the foreigner.
Okay. Your friend is resenting that guy right now. As a Filipino guy, please describe.
And that's that I can see what happened there because the woman probably went for the man that she was more attracted to because he felt he was exotic to her because he was a foreigner, and perhaps she felt like he could give her a good quality of lifestyle because his money will go much further there. I'm assuming he was American. I don't know, but a foreigner at the very least.
Your ideal Filipina.
Oh, no, my girlfriend's gonna be mad at me, but
No worry, she's not gonna be watching this for sure.
okay.
Oh, his girlfriend's gonna see this.
I would say that my ideal Filipina girl would be, I would say, skinny.
Okay. Is she not your girlfriend?
She used to be.
Used to be.
Uh-oh, let's really hope she doesn't see this. She said dead man walking. Oh, geez. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and leave it there. You can see what this gentleman says right here by going to her video, Filipina P. She does a great job, excellent job every single time. We're going to leave it there, and I will put a link in the description as always and as promised. So go check out her videos. She does a great job. And again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right? Okay. We'll see you next time. You guys have a great day, and we will see, or day, evening, night. As I used to say when I hosted a radio show, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. There you go. Wherever you are in the world. We'll see you next time.
So, do you resent foreigners for dating Filipinas?
Yep. Go find out what he says.